Welcome everybody. Hope you're enjoying the conference so far as we celebrate the 20th anniversary of the signing of the Agile Manifesto. My name is Fadi Stephan. I'm a certified Scrum trainer and Agile coach with Kaizenko. I help teams and organizations transform, innovate, and deliver using Scrum. One of the most common questions that students in my certified Scrum Master class ask is, how do I become a Scrum Master, or how do I land my first job as a Scrum Master? So in this presentation, I'm going to give you 3 steps to landing your first Scrum Master job. One thing to note is that certification is not enough. Taking the Certified Scrum Master class or the CSM class is just a 2-day class with no prerequisites. Completing the class and passing the exam does not make you a Scrum expert and is not enough to get you hired. It just shows that you have enough interest in the topic, that you've invested in learning the fundamentals of Scrum. So let's see what else you're going to need. First thing is going to be experience. Now, gaining experience is going to be challenging. Nobody wants to hire you if you don't have experience, and you can't get the experience if nobody wants to hire you. So what do? Well, don't just think of it as Scrum Master experience. Don't just think of it as I just need a Scrum Master role. Think of it as Scrum experience and join a Scrum team as a member of the team based on the skill sets that you have. That might be as a business analyst, as a designer, as a developer, as a tester, whatever it might be. Any Scrum experience is better than no Scrum experience. And ideally, there'll be an experienced Scrum Master on that team that you can shadow and you can learn from, and then eventually transition into a Scrum Master role. Now, if you're currently not on a Scrum team or your organization is not doing Scrum, it's going to be up to you to start introducing elements of Scrum. Start small, maybe first by making the work a bit more visible, by putting up a task board, running daily Scrums to coordinate your activities. Later on, you might introduce sprints and make sure that you're delivering at the end of every sprint. Start running retrospectives so that you can improve your processes, and eventually get the business on board with a product owner that's going to create and maintain a product backlog and attend sprint reviews and give you regular feedback. Now, what if you can't do that or you're currently unemployed? Well, think of volunteer opportunities in the community or with nonprofits. All right, apply Scrum to deliver on those missions. And you will not only be helping the nonprofit, but you'll also be helping yourself by gaining valuable Scrum experience. And you can reference that in your resume or in the interview and talk about how you leverage Scrum to deliver on certain objectives. And that's valid and valuable experience to talk about. Second thing we're going to talk about is continuing education. Now, I don't recommend you keep taking on certification classes. I don't recommend you jump in and take advanced classes yet. Wait till you get experience. But I do recommend you continue reading books, reading blog posts, watching presentations, and going to conferences, and so forth. Some recommendations: Essential Scrum by Ken Rubin, great book. InfoQ has a lot of nice articles, blog posts, and video presentations. Consider joining the Scrum Alliance or the Agile Alliance. Both run very interesting conferences throughout the year. And if you want to stay in the loop of any upcoming events, make sure you follow Kaizenko. Our third item or our third step is networking. All right, networking is going to be very, very important, not just for getting a Scrum Master job, but in general. All right, why? Because you are much more likely to get that interview or to get that job if you are being referred to it than you applying randomly online. And a great way to establish a network is via local user groups. I run the DC Scrum user group for the DC community, and right now we're doing it virtually. But even if we weren't, or even if you're not local to DC, you will find a similar user group near you. The best way to find these groups is via Meetup. If you check out meetup.com, you will find a user group near you, or you can go to the Scrum Alliance and check out the resources page. You can put in your zip code and you'll find a user group near you that's affiliated with the Scrum Alliance. And there you have it. All right, 3 steps to landing your first Scrum Master job. Make sure you get that experience. Any Scrum experience is valid. Keep learning, reading blog posts, presentations, conferences, books, and so forth, and network. I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to connect if you need help with training or coaching or just general career advice. And here is my contact info. Take care, everyone.